What is going on YouTube? It's Team Gradelock here, called ATA Games. I'm your host Henry Rico, and I gotta say, how's all my wonderful fuck faces in the world? Yes, I miss you guys. Um, as you guys know, this is the King Ring segment. If you guys don't know what it is, go down in the description down below. I'll explain everything. But if not, just listen to the words I gotta say. King Ring segment is basically the top 5 grade 3s or top 5 grade 4s in the current meta. This one's gonna be post the new GB set 6 that's coming out. So this is a set. So this is my top choices, my top 5 before G set 6 comes out. Basically, it's the top 5 grade. This one's gonna be top 5 grade 4 units that are finishers that affect the gameplay a lot. That make your opponent's hand go bye bye. No, it's my opinion and other players' opinions, but please keep in mind, if you guys don't like it, just comment down below, state your reason why, what other grade 4 you think is better, what other finishers out there they think should be in this list. I'm really open for discussions or any ideas, so if you guys want to correct me, go ahead. It might be retarded, it might be stupid, who knows, it might be right, I don't know. Maybe I might give you guys a good idea. But it's just my opinion at the moment and other players' opinions on the top 5 grade 4s in the current meta. So we'll start off number 5. We have Altmile. It's definitely a good mechanic for Royal Paladins. It's splashable in MLB Seeker and Jewel Knights. Basically, its effect is when you call them out, your whole front row gets +3. And then GB2, we've had 2 Face of G units in G Zone. Search out for grade 2 or less, call it out. Any Royal Paladin unit. Actually, I'm sorry, it's any unit. It can even be Blasted Dark, which actually makes it a little bit more kind of broken. And it gets +5. So 1, it thins up the deck. 2, it's a +1. 3, it's a unit that gets +5 on top of getting +3. So that's +8 to any unit that you call out. So it's pretty big. It's definitely an engine. It speeds up Royal Paladins, and it's very splashable, and you'll see this in every Royal Paladin deck, most likely. So this one's at number 5. Number 4, we have the Astonishing Dogma, the Restanding Vanguard for Tachikazes. Reasons why it's on the top 5 grade 4s in the moment is the fact that it's a restander and it doesn't have the counterblast unlike every other restanding Vanguard. The effect is Engorge. Engorge means retire your own units. If you engorge 2 units, it gets +10, and if you engorge 5 units, it restands and -1 drive check. So the first attack is going to be a triple drive, and then the second attack is going to be a twin drive. It's definitely not splashable in every Tachikaze deck. I see this card mainly playable in the Gaia deck, not the Ancient Dragons at all. It's definitely a good card. It's a finisher. Just for the fact that Tachikazes are an aggressive deck, I see them play. This is definitely a helpful card. Definitely helped out Tachikazes a lot, and I see this as a finisher in my opinion. I see this card as an actual good stride unit in the current meta. For number 3, we actually have 2 stride units because I just couldn't pick, and a lot of people couldn't pick either. Again, they're restanding Vanguards, but except these 2 are more consistent than Dogma. These 2 kind of less too, same cost. Except for this one, is you have to discard 1 card and discard one Dragonic Overlord. And for this, you just have to discard 2 cards. They both -1 drive check, so they both start out with twin drive, and then second one's a twin drive. It's a restanding Vanguard. No grapplers, they have multiple attacks, so that's why this card is actually pretty good with them. It's a restanding Vanguard, it's a finisher, it helps your opponent drop his hand. Same thing with Dragonic Overlord. Kageros are very aggressive, they burn out units, they retire units, they make your opponent think. Kageros are more control-based client, and then Nova Grapplers are just more I punch you in the face as much as possible as I can. So definitely these 2 cards make your opponent's hand go by, makes your opponent be like, oh, I need a perfect guard to guard this, blah blah blah. Because keep in mind, this is a 26k Vanguard attacking you twice. So if you're at 4 or 5 damage, and God forbid if they twin drive a crit, I'm pretty sure you lose that game unless you have a perfect guard. So that's why I consider these 2 cards as definitely a finisher. It helps out the client so much, and it's couldn't really pick between which one's better, so I put both of them as number 3 for the top 5 grade 4s in the current meta. And then number 4, we have my favorite, my bad boy, Conquest. Conquest skill, flip over a copy of himself, retire a front row rear guard in your opponent's side, and then your whole front row column gets +5 for each empty front row rear guard your opponent has. So if my opponent has 2 empty front rows, my whole front row gets +10 automatically. So basically, my Vanguard is going to be attacking you for 36 by itself. My rear guard, if it's the grade 2 brawler, that's 11k, or Chatura, which is also 11k. Those are 21k columns attacking, making a perfect magic number. So the highest I've ever seen my columns go, my Vanguard column go 41. Rear guards could be 28 or 34. I've been seeing those columns, and usually whenever I do that play, my opponent has to rely on getting a heal trigger, getting a draw trigger, or my opponent has to rely on me not getting a crit. Definitely a finisher. It makes my opponent get damage easily, and it makes my opponent drop his hand unless they have a perfect guard to stop all my attacks. It's not just one aggressive blowout attack. It's 3 aggressive blowout attacks, unless I don't have rear guards. And if I don't have rear guards, then I'm pretty sure I lose that game. But Conquest is just an amazing card. It's the best card of the meta at the moment, and I see this as number 2 in the top 5 grade 4s units in the current meta. And number 1 is this bad boy right here, Diablo. Only reason why Diablo I see is the best grade 4 in the meta right now is just the fact that it's an easy card to pull. You can buy a trial deck. You can get it easily. It's not that hard to find. It's the fact that kind of lost 1 flipboard copy of himself, retired 3 units, and then gets +10 and a crit. And then your opponent has to retire 2 of his own units for him to block against this Vanguard. So this Vanguard does have a guard restrict, and it has a crit, and it gets +10 on top of that. So first off, your opponent has to think out his plays, like, oh, should I fill up my field? Should I not fill up my field? God forbid if he plays Diablo against me next turn, I lose. That's what makes this card broken. Okay, it makes your opponent think every single time I have to have a full field just in case if he could Diablo me and I can't retire my own 2 units to protect myself. It's amazing just for the fact that your opponent has to retire 2 units, and if they do, they're gonna have to drop a perfect guard for this 1 unit. So your opponent's gonna drop 4 cards in 1 attack from this. Or God forbid, if they don't have a perfect guard, they have to get rid of at least 5 to 8 cards to block this. Because like I said, it's a 36 swinging by itself with a crit and a triple drive. It's definitely a scary card. It makes other players think about it. This is the reason why Numatama decks can't really top, because Numatama, their units go back to their hand. Same thing with duos, all that stuff. They bounce back to the hand. If you're planning to beat Child Paladins that play Diablo, you have to have a field. If you don't have a field, you're pretty much going to lose, which makes this card really unfair. And this card's probably not going to get off the list until next set G6. When G6 comes out, then we're going to have a better Diablo, which is more retarded. But that is the list for now. Top 5 grade 4s in the current meta. Number 1, Diablo. Number 2, Conquest. Number 3 is the Ace and Victor Plasma. Number 4 is Dogma. And number 5 is Outmal. Like I said, if you guys like the video, whatever, please like. If you guys want to talk about any discussions, say if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if you love me, if you hate me, put comments down below. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'll have more videos for you guys. We'll have more deck profiles, more matches, more trade binders, card sales, all that stuff. And please keep in mind, all my videos will be dedicated to my little brother, Jason. I love you. We miss you all. And that's pretty much it. Just remember, guys, stay tuned. Watch our videos coming up. We'll have more videos out, and we love you. Peace.